I'm stupid. Why the fuck I did not read this book 10 years ago? That's exactly what I said to myself the moment I finished reading this book. Here's everything that I learned from this book, compressed in less than 10 minutes. Most of it. The book is divided into 4 parts: define, eliminate, automate, and liberation. And this video is also structured in the same way. Hola friends, welcome back to your home of ideas. If you're new here, my name is Mayank. I'm a PhD researcher working on nano devices. Let's dive in. Define is all about defining what would you like to have, the life that you would like to live, where you would like to be, all those things. What he's trying to say that, Tim, he says that we are always trying to fulfill the dreams of our past. Of course, whenever you're dreaming something, in future you fulfill those dreams, right? So you're always fulfilling the dreams of your past self. But he's trying to emphasize that when that change is so big, when that person who dreamed about those things no longer exists, you've changed a lot. What he's trying to say that we always say that we would like to have this vacation or this world tour or anything like that once we retire. But do you really think that you would be the same person that you are now by the time you turn 67 or 70 or 65, whatever is that? You won't have the same energy, you won't be the same person, you won't have the same excitement or enthusiasm about traveling the world. So what he's trying to say that at that moment when you try to fulfill those dreams, they will never be fulfilled because the person who dreamed about those things no longer exists. What he's saying that every year you should have this opportunity, every few years you should have this opportunity to travel the world and see places or whatever you want to do. You want to learn dance or music or whatever it could be. What he's saying that take that vacation that you're planning in future after retirement and split it into your life. And then he goes into the whole book how you can achieve that. What he's also trying to point out is that all your dreams, the things that you want to do, are much cheaper than you think. For example, I always used to think that traveling around the world would need me, unless I'm not a millionaire, I cannot travel around the world and do this. While reading this book, I thought, let's dive in, let's search how expensive is it. Turns out the world tour, a round trip is like 3,000 euros. That's it. It's not super cheap, but it's not $1 million anyway. Another example could be you want to live somewhere else. I was checking the rental rates. I used to think that India is inexpensive, but the rental rates in Delhi or Bombay or Bangalore are similar to Malaysia. I'm in San Sebastian. This is a very expensive city. Okay, here you can't find accommodation in the same price of a apartment in Bangalore or Delhi. But in other places in Spain, you can find almost at the same price. So the dreams that you are thinking are not that expensive. Now I would like to ask you 2 questions. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? And what would you do differently if you would be 10x smarter than what you are right now? Take a pen and notebook and answer these questions for me. I'm being very serious. When I came to that point in this book, I literally took out a page and sat down and wrote my answers. Like, these are the things I would like to do. And don't hold yourself back. Think big, think crazy. Everything that you think is impossible, you can do it now. Because believe me, because you will not fail and you are 10x smarter. So anything that you think is out of your range, they're all within your range. So write extravagant things and anything that you would like to have. You can pause the video and do that. Once you're back, here's my question. The thing is, in our life, we are very scared about failure. And it's not our fault. Imagine in the past when we were still hunter-gatherers. If you hear a sound in bushes and if you don't run blindly, you're dead basically, right? If it was a mouse, it's fine. But if it was a lion or a tiger, you're dead. So anybody who thought of waiting there and seeing, oh, which animal is it? That gene pool is dead, right? Those guys did not survive. So we're very risk aversion. We always try to navigate away from risk. But in the modern world, the death is not an option while running next to bushes, right? You can fail 100 times. You just need to be right once. So don't worry about failure. It's okay to fail. Once you have defined what would you like to have, what is your dream, what is the thing that keeps you awake in the night, then comes the question of elimination. Elimination is all about eliminating the things that no longer matter to you. The thing is, our world, our jobs and everything around us is designed in a fashion that it's all oriented towards efficiency. You should do things efficiently. If you want to do this thing efficiently, you have to buy this app, take this app, this AI subscription, that thing. Everything is so focused on efficiency. But the primary question is Is it effective? The question is, you can be very efficient in doing something really nicely. But the primary question is, if the thing was not even required to be done at the first place, what's the point of efficiency? So you should always look at the effectiveness and then talk about the efficiency. The first step towards everything should be, or your approach towards everything should be, can this thing be eliminated completely? If it can't and it's important to you, then you should think about making it efficient. And elimination is all about 80-20 principle. I've explained that principle in so much detail, how you can apply that principle in this video to your life, to your work, to your friends, to every aspect of your life in so much detail. You can check that out later. But here I would also like to point out that this book alone is not enough. You need to combine all the information in this book with 80-20 principle and $1 Million Weekend. 80-20 principle I've already explained in details, and for our work week we are discussing in this video, and keep an eye on it. The $1 Million Weekend video is coming out very soon. So a simple example I can give you about elimination, it should work in your work life, personal life. For example, friends, I don't want to name, but I had few friends here and there who, whenever I would hang out with them, they're like always complaining about life. They're having a good life and still complaining about all the time. These kind of people, you tell them, dude, this is not right. I don't find fun hanging out with you. You're always complaining about this, that. It's annoying at some point. And in most cases, I've realized people want to change. They're stuck in their life. They want to change. They need some nudge from outside. If they change, well and good, give them some time for 2-3 weeks. If they don't, start maintaining a distance. Because don't forget, 20% of people give you 80% of problems. And in my life, I would say, most of my problems when it comes to humans or friends or circle, it's usually not 80-20. It's like 3 and 97 or 5-95. Like less than 5% of people give you 95% of issues, or like bad thoughts or bad ideas or whatever it is. So eliminate them. Just a side note, a simple protocol that you can use in your work life at least to figure out if this work is important or not. You can ask yourself, am I inventing stuff to avoid the important things? Am I inventing this stuff to avoid the important things? The magic that you're looking for is in the things that you're avoiding. So it will give you a very good protocol to filter out if this task is an important one or it should have been eliminated in the first place. Then comes automate. Automate is all about the tasks which are left after elimination, how you can take care of them. If any task that costs less than your hourly salary has to be outsourced, it's that simple. A simple example I can give you, I always buy my groceries from a nearby supermarket. There are other supermarkets far away which have maybe 20 or maybe 5-10% cheaper food. But the thing is, I live alone, right? And if I go to a supermarket which is far away, I have to take a bus, and then I have to buy groceries in bulk for a week or two, whatever it is. And this supermarket is very close to my institute, so I buy literally when I'm coming back from the institute. If I go to a faraway supermarket and buy for 2 weeks and end up losing 1 or 2 apples out of the 5 that I buy, that's already 15-20% of the total things that I bought. It's not saving me anything, and the mental hassle is insane. I buy it from nearby place, and this helps me retain my mental peace. I'm outsourcing all the hassle and everything. Here's a simple protocol that you can use. The moment you get a task, ask yourself, would you enjoy doing it or would you not enjoy doing it? If you enjoy doing it, then of course you would like to do it. If you don't enjoy doing it, then ask yourself, is it going to be financially incentive or not? If it's not, try to eliminate. If it's going to be financially incentive and you won't enjoy, okay. Can you outsource it? Okay, you can't. It's mandatory. Then only do it. If you can outsource it right there. Now you might ask me why we are trying to eliminate and automate everything. We're trying to free up time. Free up time for what? Time for all the things that you really want to do. You want to hang out with your family, parents, friends, partner, whatever it could be. You wanted to learn that dance or that sports or whatever it could be. You wanted to do things that you've been pushing into future, that I will do it when I'll have time. This is your time. And if you don't have activities, then you can use this time to develop new skills. I pointed out in my career video as well. you can check that out later as well, that now we are living in an economy. In the past it was our economy, now it's an economy. I explained the point very well. The simple point is that Einstein did not have the luxury to teach students in India or Japan, right? There is no way while he living in Germany or Switzerland be able to teach students in Japan or India. But now you can. This is the primary basis, and then there's more to it. I've explained completely in that video. Then comes liberation. Liberation is all about not letting your past hold yourself for the future. You're still experiencing the consequences or suffering the consequences of the decisions that you made 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. But if you don't take them now, you will continue to suffer for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So liberation is all about collecting the courage and having that intent to take these decisions. Liberation comes from accepting your fears. We all have these fears. I still have them. For example, before I started making these videos, and even now, I'm always concerned about, am I looking fine? Am I able to speak nicely? Am I able to use lights? Am I able to use the camera? Am I able to do right kind of editing or search engine optimization or this and that? There's just so much to scared about. Once you accept your fears, you're like, okay, we'll try. And always have a deadline. That helps. And don't forget, once you act, even if that action fails, your action muscle is getting trained. You are becoming more and more active towards taking steps towards your goals. You're generating momentum slowly and steadily, right? The only way to succeed is by failing faster. It's simple as that. During my masters, my advisor said it to me once. I did a blunder. I can't explain. I did a really bad blunder. And then he said to me, I was really apologetic. I'm like, this should not have happened. I've never done such a mistake in my entire life. And he came to me and very politely said, Mayank, the only way to not make mistakes is by not doing anything. And since that day, I'm like, yes, that's the only way. If you're sitting on your couch, you won't spoil any machine in the lab, right? So unless you don't do something, you won't do mistakes. So it's fine, make mistakes. This was more or less the essence of the book. Look, I can't explain the whole book in 10-15 minutes, but if you have a specific question, that's something that you would like me to answer, you can ask me in the comment section, I'll reply to you. And don't forget to check out the video on 80-20 principle and keep an eye for the next video. It's coming out soon on $1 Million Weekend. Until then, have fun guys. See you on the next one.